Hello everybody, it's Amiga Rob here, and today the sun is out, it's looking bright and beautiful outside, and in time-honoured tradition, instead of going out in the sunlight, I'm going to be having a look at the cover disc for Amiga Format issue 27, which was an unusual cover disc because even though it was during the peak period of Amiga game releases, it appears that Amiga Format didn't have a game demo to run on that particular cover disc. I don't know whether they've had a falling out with the games industry or not. Not impossible, given that it was around not too long after the time where they was sort of cajoled into not putting full price games on the cover. It might have just been one of those things, or they might have just decided to drop the idea of doing a demo one-off. I've got a feeling this was a backup, this disc, or it was hastily put together in a hurry, which you normally do when you hastily put things together. It normally is in a hurry. But yeah, it was quite interesting, and there were a lot of games around at the time. But I remember when this came in, I wasn't too disappointed actually, because these were all games that I wouldn't mind getting a hand on. I had a good version of, a version I liked of Invaders on my Astronic 2000, which I looked at a couple of videos ago, so you can go and check that out if you wish to, which had guided missiles, but this one came with Amoeba Invaders, which is more of a straight clone of the arcade machine. There's Pac-Man 87, which from memory is quite a radically different version. Hemorrhoids, which is a version of Asteroids, and Girl Actions, which is a version of Galaxians, or Galaxian even. And now I've got a feeling Girl Actions had appeared on the Amiga Format cover disc before, so I'm not entirely sure if that was a different time, but I'm pretty sure it had, so I'll be checking it out at some point. But why don't we start off by looking at the picture of the month? Let's have a look. Got no idea what it is. And it is loading up. Okay, yeah, I remember. So this is relating to the true 16 million color thing, I guess, and 3D rendering and stuff. I think they supported this with an article in the paper. In the magazine. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's quite an interesting ray traced image. Most people probably think, oh, that's very primitive by these standards. But I mean, there was a time when people will look at things like this, and because they didn't understand about computer graphics, would say, well, what was it real? It doesn't seem. I don't understand what's happening here. And pretty unusually for Amiga Format, I think this is it looks like it's a ham image. Certainly not 32 color. Yeah, is it ham? Yeah, I think it might be. Seems like there's too many colours there for it to not be. Yeah, it looks like a ham image. Probably why it took so long to load. Okay, well that's interesting. Now I just need to be able to get out of it. There we go. So yes, interesting selection of games, and we're going to give them a go. And might as well start with Amoeba Invaders. Let's get them fired up. So yeah, there was quite an attractive lady they put on the front cover of this particular issue of Amiga Format, wearing a bikini to illustrate all the colours. They were quite good in Amiga Format about sticking attractive ladies on the front page of their magazine. It was a trend that carried on for quite some time. Although looking at the cover again, I think she's significantly older than I probably originally thought when I saw the image. I mean, she looks like she's not far off knocking 40, to be honest. But I could be doing a disservice. But then I was thinking, wow, if she was, I mean, even if she was, say she was 35. I mean, I think I'm probably being generous saying she's 35 there. But say she was 35. Well, 1991 that came out. That was 35. No, that's not 35 years ago, is it? That's 25 years ago. So that woman would be at least 60 now, or at least knocking 60. Right, how do we do that? Oh, hang on, it's on a workbench screen, this version of Invaders. Okay, interesting. Can I start with the... Oh, you can start with the fire button. Right, let's get this pointer out of the way. Oh, the beams go quick here. Now, my version of Invaders I used to play on the Astronic 2000 only ran at would only fire one bullet at a time. You could only get hit by one. The aliens would slowly follow you. Get that right. Oh, I can't go as far as I thought I could go. Okay. And that was a real kid-friendly version of Invaders. I still think it's an absolutely cracking version of Invaders, but this is a bit more arcade. And you can't steer the bullets because you don't have an analog stick. You could do it with a non-analog stick. Let's get this guy. No, am I going to get him? Yes, I am. I've just remembered I did have another. I, in fact, already had the version of Invaders for the Amiga that came on a PD catalogue compilation disc. And it was actually, I say a compilation disc. It was a it was a catalogue, or like a magazine that a PD company ran. It was really good. I'm going to have to feature that one day because that was the game, the source of the solution for Shadow of the Beast. I'm pretty sure it came. It also came with a game called Lander, which had the immortal rhyme on it. Space is big, space is dark. It's hard to find a place to park. Which was a little. To land attempt to land a little spaceship on a workbench dialogue bar, like at the top of a window. One of those, just one of those windows that was just a bar. Wow. Okay. There we go. That's better. Oh, nice fade out. Get a bit more aggressive, these guys. This ain't a bad version of. It's a bad inversion. It's not a bad version. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out that disc and transfer it because I suspect it isn't preserved because it was a PD. House's internal. It was a custom disc system. It was pretty cool. I will dig that out. I know I've spoken so much about it because it had a lot of articles. It also had a picture on it because I remember exploring that disc. I mean, I was quite fascinated by the amount they crammed on that disc. Loads of articles and stuff. But it had a picture called a wee man, which was a man, sort of young boy having a wee, I think, if I remember. Probably a man, actually. Probably get arrested for putting something like that on a disc now. Not a picture of an actual, it was like a cartoon picture. Should clarify. I don't think you can shoot the bullets on the Astronic version, as in nullify them. Better get rid of these two red little devils here. Oh! Okay, getting into a bit of a mess here. Getting a bit eager, aren't they, these little devils? No. Oh! I thought I was going to get hit then. Right, I'm in trouble there. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Yeah, it's just not as enjoyable for me as the Astronic version. I think there's more aliens. I just love steering the bullets. He stops moving, and if we could make a version of that Invaders where that's a slightly bit more difficult, that would be great. They're a nice distance apart on that one. I just think they did a great job of making Invaders for kids, that you could enjoy. And it is difficult to get past the third or fourth screen, even if you are older and more experienced. God, this could go on forever. Ooh. I mean, yeah, I was really, I think I'm quite welcome to this set, because particularly with Pac-Man, because I don't think I had any Amiga version of Pac-Man. Having said that, they may have, it might have been before or after that, they did include quite a good version of Pac-Man, like a more direct clone. I think their Pac-Man 87 is quite different, but we shall see. Right, here we go. Quite surprised I haven't been... Are these things getting any lower? Yeah, I think they are actually. Right. Oh, now I'm starting to get into a bit of a... I'm getting a bit systematic now. They don't seem to fire on this side of the screen, I've suddenly noticed. Oh, there we go. Picking up a bit of speed here. I might need to thin these out. Oh, I actually got a hit. It's quite cool how it fades and everything when you have just put some slight Amiga-y touches onto it. I mean, if I had the camera on, I'd go and get my Space Invaders alien and compare it to the... I think they're pretty much copied the sprites 100%. Oh, I've rattled through this one. Such a simple idea, but it's from the era when people were having original ideas in games, and they still do it. Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, could have a problem here. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Oh. You start shooting on the side they're heading towards. You can build up so much time by so much time by getting an extra row sorted out. But I think what I'll do is just thin them out a little bit down here. But then you think, oh, that's the real thing about Invaders, deciding whether to whether you're going to thin them out of the side or thin them out of the bottom. And at the minute, I needed to really thin them out of the bottom anyway. I was getting a bit bored, so... And I expect you were getting a bit bored. Let's just have a look at the setup, just see what the options are. Oh, right, okay, so... left. Oh, that's all it is. Right, that's fine. Okay, we can exit that then. And... no, exit. Okay, that's cool. This brought us back to the menu. Right, let's try Pac-Man 87. Here we go. Pac-Man 87. This might have been the first home computer version of Pac-Man I had, although I do remember them having a decent version of Pac-Man at some point, but I don't know if it was before this or what. I don't think I ever really... I might have actually occasionally seen the Pac-Man machine, original Pac-Man machine in an arcade. I've got a feeling I saw a tabletop of Pac-Man, but this is quite different. Yeah, it's got a big map, if I remember. In fact, and I did have Pac-Mania before this, which isn't really a straightforward Pac-Man. I still think it's the best version of Pac-Man, Pac-Mania. Taking quite a while to load, that's for sure. Accessing a lot of tracks on the disc. Yes. Wow, what could it be loading that's taking so long? Alright, well, there you go. I didn't say much about the sound on that Space Invaders, it wasn't too bad. Another one that's controlled with the pointer, the workbench pointer, and it's... I can see there is a dialogue there, and it's got a little Pac-Man on it to change. I do wonder if you could run this with mode promotion on the actual workbench screen, but that might be something to try later. Oh, no sound. I was expecting sound. With all that loading, I would have thought there definitely would have been sound. Oh, look, it's got things happening like fire things. Well, the ghost can go across the fire, and I can't, apparently. Okay. Ah, right, there's like tons of mazes on this one. Right, gotcha. I remember now. Come back here, you little devil. Come back. And how long does these things last? Long enough. Okay, that's interesting. I'd forgotten that. This one. And you've got these little traps everywhere. This is quite not a bad idea, this. Graphics are not outstanding. Could have done with a bit of a boost in that regard. Right, so if I go up here... Oh, I'm back where I was. Right, okay. I wonder if I've ever cleared a level on this then. And you got sort of... thing is, every time you go through, they're back at the middle. So you've got... Oh, hang on. I was about to say, so you've got a bit of an advantage with it. Yeah. Oh. Did I pull that off? Hey, come to me, you little devils. Hee hee hee. I'm gonna munch you up good. Yum 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 yum. I like eating ghosts. Do I like eating ghosts? Right, I do. Right, I reckon that at the bottom, maybe that's the exit you need. Oh, hang on, how long are they going to flash for? Blimey, I could have gone through the lot of them. Oh, just crept out here, and oh, yeah, they're right on you. Yeah, nothing happens there and you're trapped. Brilliant. Oh, you have to push the button to start now. Ooh. The behaviour seems to change quite radically as well when you hit the when you get the power pill, which is unusual. They don't just change direction; they seem to just properly move away. So I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling this game has got it's given us a coding example in the magazine. I think one of those Paulo Vera. Oh, come on. That was open. Ooh, I was pretty sure I was through there. Oh, right, they stop every... Oh, God. That's pretty hopeless. Right, I'm in a bit of bother here. I don't know, right. Yeah. God, blimey, it gives you quite a bit of leeway with the contact box, whatever it's called, collision box. I just want to clear one screen if I can. Don't know what that big corrupt mess is meant to be. Fire, I suppose. I should use this to get around and anyway. Right, problem. The other thing is, without the ghosts having different colours, although they look like they've got slightly different appearance, that couple looks slightly more pink than the others. You can't tell what their qualities are. Yeah, there's one that's slightly more. Oh God, there's one that's slightly more pink than the other ones. You really have to strain to see, so you can't... Oh, hang on, I can still get these. I'm thinking that the timer... Right, this one's done. Right, let's get... Oh. And the ghost can go straight through that. Oh, blimey. Ugh. What have I done? Oh, if you press fire, it pauses. Yeah, there's some that are just slightly pinker than the other ones. I mean, they could have done with making that. It's called Pac-Man 87. It isn't called Pac-Man 91 even. So. Hot dog is evil. Won't help you. Right, okay, I'm getting into trouble here again. Let's try and fool the programming. No. So, okay, it's an interesting game of Pac-Man. It's different. It's different. Again, this feels to me like a disc that they've probably had. Yeah, we don't want to write to this. Oh, it crashes if you don't have the disc unprotected. Pac-Man crashes. And you get left with sprites written in. Ah, that must be why it won't work in Mode Promotion, because the way it writes the sprites to the screen. Can I get if I throw Control D? Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh no, it doesn't. So yeah, we got return to the Get Set Go menu on this, but I can't. I don't know. I probably don't have DIR available, so we reset and get back into the menu. Yeah, so they came back to Get Set Go menu. These with the nice copper patterns in the background that they used. I think they started using around issue 15. I think that's the issue they had Girl Actions on before, actually. But now it's Hemorrhoids, which is an Asteroids clone. And if I recall, this is quite good. Now, Asteroids I don't think I ever saw in the arcade, because it was a vector machine, and I think I only used to go in arcades when I was on holiday, you know, so. There we go, this one don't take long to load. Up, thrust, down, hyperspace, fire. Right, okay, have to remember that. Nice sounds on this. Explosions are probably a bit much. It's funny how. Oh. Yeah, I don't actually know where I am now. That's unfortunate that I had an off-screen crash there. Yeah. I'm not that good at asteroids, I should say. These controls are a little bit tricky to feel. Yeah. Oh, blimey. What did I do? How did I complete the wave? Alright, something's going wrong here. How did I complete the wave? I got blown up. I didn't actually blow up all the things. It's cool they changed colour though. I like that. Now, obviously the Amiga had one of the... Oh, this thing blew them up for me. That's what happened. That's very kind of that thing. Ooh. It's a great idea, isn't it, asteroids? I'm going to give this one more go, actually. I think the colour selection is really good. Uh-oh. Tiny little bullets. Uh-oh. Maybe it's better to stay. No, that's wise. Oh, I accidentally hit the hyperspace. He was rolling the dice with the hyperspace. Oh. There we go. Get back to the middle of the screen. Here he comes again. He's not bloody hanging around, is he? Oh. That was an accidental hyperspace. I've forgotten what the buttons are. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, it's heading on forward. Down is hyperspace, I think. Ugh. I keep doing hyperspace in aero, it's going to catch me out in the end. Oh. I never push down. I never push down. So I'm not pushing down, it's just hyperspacing me. I never pushed down. Why did it do me hyperspace? Oh, hyperspace. Okay, that time I did it on purpose. Oh. Sunshine's really coming out now. I do feel like I should be outside, so after this one we'll do girl actions and then, which I think I remember thinking was the best game out of a lot, girl actions, but this ain't a bad game of God, he hasn't given me a chance, this guy. Ooh. I wonder if I wait long enough, if enough of those ships come, I can just go from level to level and he can blow them all up for me. Ah. That time I tried to pull the hyperspace and didn't come off. Do I have a limited hyper? No, I've got 5, haven't I? Oh, jeez. Making life hard for me. There we go. Ah. So that's hemorrhoids. A hilarious play on words, which takes over the systems you have to reset. So the final game we look at, it really is a nice sunny day, I need to get outside. So the final game we're going to look at is Girl Actions, which is a version of Girl Action. And any moment now we'll be firing it up and giving it a go. Let's see, Girl Actions. Thanks to Assam and Graham for their help with the magazine. Here we go. And Girl Actions has a picture of a girl that looks like, well, I don't know where it may have came from. Could have come from anything. First there was Menace, then there was Blood Money. Is this game by Psygnosis or DMA Design? Andrew Hurst design game. Girl Actions. What the hell is Girl Actions? I hear you cry. Well, you'll just have to find out. Right, well, we'll find out then. It's Girl Actions. And this ain't a bad version. I remember thinking this was the best game on there, actually, if I remember correctly. But they're not. No, none of these are bad PD games. I wonder if there's a 2-player version of it, because it's got the 2 scores. Ooh. Couldn't hit a barn door at 10 paces. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of bullets.
Oh, there's a lot of bullets, a lot of blind data. Oh, look, Graham, what a beautiful pair.
Looks like there's a safe spot there. Oh, it's my safe spot. Oh yeah, I'm rubbish at this. Oh, there we go. Cracked another window.
Have it.
Funny, I can remember the last one being the hardest one to get on this as well.
Why don't you just go a little bit to the side, little space alien ship? What are you, a robot or a ship? You got eyes and everything. Oh, Miss Joe, you little sneaky eye swine.
Oh, that was quite good. Good job all them bullets went, because I was on the verge of being...
Oh, little sneaky devil in your little spaceship. Attacking me in your special formation. Oh dear. Laura, blind data.
As Adam Buxton would say.
Have some of that. Have my strange yellow pellets. You alien creature spaceships, you look like mosquitoes. Ah! Alien mosquito devils, be gone! Be gone from my computer with your bullets of doom. I hide in my little space where you can't go, because you obviously are. Oh! You murder me to death.
Righto, boys, we're going to be shooting down a few of the old Jerrys. The aliens.
Ooh, I'm in my space. You cannot touch me.
I'm getting into this now. This is quite a good game. I have to check out. Andrew Hurst does sound like someone from DMA Design, so I've got a feeling
It's a little chappy from DMA Design.
or someone to do with Psygnosis, because he explicitly mentions blood money. This would have been a cool game to put in a loader or something, I guess. Although it seems a little bit big. Oh, I've just remembered I've got to go and pick up a package. I think it's an Astronic game to be reviewed. To be reviewed, the first Astronic game I have acquired for over 34 years, most likely.
Laura, fun on a blind data.
Oh, he's setting out a stream of bullets, isn't he? Wow, look at all the bullets they're firing. They are good with bullets. Oh dear.
Ah, come on. Ah, take you all on. Come on.
Oh, no! Yeah, so I sort of decided I had enough of that. Anyway, yeah, that was really cool. Definitely check that one out. That Girl Actions is a good game. I can see why I liked it. If anyone wants to know how to play this, then what you do is the following. Put a joystick. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty straightforward. Let's just have a check on Andrew Hurst. Laura Fun having a check on Andrew Hurst. Is it Andrew Hurst Liberal Party? Don't know. Let's see. No, not. Am I getting hits here? Oh, I'll have to check it out. Oh, I might. No, I don't. I'll have to check it out. I'll probably put a note in the bottom if I figure out what it is. But what he is, well, I know what he is, man. I'm expecting. Anyway, Amiga Format Coverdisk number 27, the arcade special. It wasn't too bad actually. Probably some of those games are more playable than some of the demos. Certainly more playable than Moonshine Racers. But yeah, that's another one done. And thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go out into the sunshine and you know, have a walk around. I haven't really got much to do. Don't really know anybody around here at the minute, so everybody's away, and my mortal enemy. So I'm going to go out and have a walk around in the sunshine. Maybe get a potato from the Dinner Jackets van on near the Broadmarsh, and yeah, just pass the day by. Maybe make some more videos. I think I'm going to make a video about planting stuff at some point today. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like. Please, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And keep watching my videos. And I'll catch you all next time. Till then, keep an eye out for trouble and stuff. Bye!